Hello and welcome to Battle with the Best of 'em with DrGAKMAN here. Could this be my last video? I don't know. I hate it when, this happens all the time when you're 50-50 about something, with little things, but this is more of a bigger thing, at least to me, and I don't like being 50-50 about it. The 50-50 is this: I'm fine, and things should continue as normal. Or, because of these new policies with YouTube and the FTC and the copper rule, I'm not fine. And I'm not just 50-50 about whether I'll continue making videos or not, but I'm also 50-50 about whether my content is for kids or not. I don't think it is. I believe I'm an adult, speaking at an adult level, speaking about adult things, but because of the bright colors, cartoon characters, video game theme, PokéMon, in most of my videos, even though I sometimes do other videos too, not more recently, but, I plan on doing other videos that are not just about Pokemon. And, you can do it at a per video level, choose whether it is for kids or not. But even, I don't plan on making anything that's like talks down or baby talks or, something that's aimed. And how do you define aiming under their standards? Because, they're going to use bots to figure out whether you are aiming your video at kids or not. And ultimately what this comes down to, I don't want to go too long on this, because this video would be really long if I continue much further, but it's YouTube's fault. It's Google's fault. Google owns YouTube. They're the ones writing the code. They're the ones making the algorithms. They are the ones that are advertising to little kids, lying about it for years. And, that's against the copper rules. The copper rules basically are that you can't track children under the age of 13 without parental consent. And Google has been doing it for years. So, YouTube paid a $170 million fine, and now it's, they've left it to content creators to tell whether they are making videos for kids or not. And so they're only giving people two options: is it for kids or is it not for kids? And there's no middle ground. And it's ridiculous. People are blaming the law. People are blaming the FTC. But really, I blame YouTube for this, because it's like, they're the ones that are making the code to do these advertisements and to target children. And I'm with the FTC when it comes to that shouldn't be a thing. But I'm also against the FTC because the way they have this listed, it's so vague. It's like if you say cool in your videos, or if you use a term like duh, or, it's ridiculous how they're defining what children's videos are, what videos aimed at under the age of 13 are. I'm going to make a separate video about that, because I've already talked too much about that. Let's just get into this. My weekly goal. Let's see if this is shiny, and it's not. Shiny now too. Nope. And then let's see if my weekly reward is shiny. This Team Rocket stuff has been killing me. Not to change the subject really quick, but there's Zapdos, and it is not shiny, but that's all right. And it's under 1,500, so this might be a good PvP one. Changing subject, like I said, I'm probably going to write a really long blog post or make a really long video. And that one would probably be my last video, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. It's pretty good, and it's good for PvP. So about that. So I just want to get back onto the battle with the best of them stuff here. As a replacement for me, because I don't know if I'll get rid of my blogger too. I don't want to. I just maybe get off the grid, because I'm sure Google owns Blogger too. So maybe that will be one of the things that's next that they either try to get rid of. There's a bunch of conspiracy theories out there and blah blah blah. But as a replacement, since I do a lot of this stuff on my Blogger, and this is pretty quick and easy. This goes through the events that are currently going on their little calendar. This shows all the tasks, including field research that is for the Friend Fest. That's at the top, and it's like kind of highlighted. So there you go for that. Then it's showing you raids, and in the raids it has raid counters. The name of this app is GoTool, and as far as I know, it is not available for Apple, but it is available for Android. So it's showing all these counters for these Tier 3 and Tier 4, which is pretty awesome. You want to know what's good against the Tier 5, DrGAKMAN, there you go. And they're showing you like how many people realistically can do this. It's weather boost, it's perfect IV. You can also copy the counters like this, and then go back to your app, and then you can search for the counters really quick. Because it does their Pokemon number. So there's all my Mewtwo's, Azelfs. Metagross should be in here somewhere. Dialga, basically stuff that's good against DrGAKMAN. So that's a cool feature. They have a shiny checklist too, although it doesn't include some shinies that I would include, like the costume shinies. And also on my list on my Blogger, I include the ones that are like Abra, even though it's not, I couldn't have gotten it, but just froze right there, but whatever. So then it goes over the community day, and this next community day is pretty complicated, so this is pretty cool that it goes over this stuff, and it has a list of all the 3-star and 100% IVs that are possible. So that's pretty crazy. And under the miscellaneous, like I said, there's type effectiveness. There's I guess you can change your themes, the ones that are ditto possible. So really this replaces a lot of the infographics that I have on my infographics page. I still have some things on there like the special research, but this I thought was really handy. The regionals, it like shows you the region where they are. And that's, you can't, with these little color-coded charts, this is, I like this a lot. There's an experience calculator. I don't really mess with stuff like that, nor do I mess with like IV checkers. There is no IV checker on this, so this is not a cheating thing. Or I shouldn't say cheating, but this isn't one of those things that takes kind of like the fun out of the game for me. Then there's an egg chart, which is great. Of course, they signify for the, I think it's the, let's see here, regionals right here. You can see Mime Jr., but it's got a little globe next to it, so that's pretty cool. And like I said, there's a shiny checklist, which according to them, when you select all, I have, I think it's 100, it's taking a while to load, 219 out of 370 possible. So that's pretty cool. These are the ones that I've got. Blah blah blah. I could just show you in my game. So and it's constantly being put up to date. We'll get back to that some other time. Well, if I continue to make videos, I guess. But it's called, yeah, Go Tool. So check that out. I did get a shiny Clink from, I don't know, I want to say it was my 6th or 7th raid for it finally, but I need 2 more, of course. You can increase your Pokemon capacity in the item bag, but I've been trying not to spend money recently. Things are kind of tight with my situation, and it was funny because I was going to monetize my videos eventually, or even start a Patreon and stuff like that. Not that I'm big enough that I should do that, but, you know, I do need the money and blah, 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 and yada, yada, yada. But there's a Nidorina and a Nidorino in the wild, so that's kind of rare. Now, the goofy thing with this is this was before the Friends thing happened. And then this also was, I got there, and then there they were. I really, really want to catch a Nidorina that's shiny in the wild. And some people are saying, is that possible? Now, this stayed white forever. I had to restart the app. That's a glitch. Super effective week. And then the Rocket Takeover. Now, the Rocket Takeover, oh, man, I really wish I would have known this. When they had the Rocket Takeover, I didn't have time to do it. Otherwise, I'd be already at Giovanni. That's on Thanksgiving yesterday. I spent most of the day trying to get Giovanni, but I couldn't find Cliff to battle. So no Giovanni for me before the end of this month, and that means I get no Articuno possibly. And then next month it's probably going to go to Zapdos. And they're saying it's a monthly thing. I hope it's not like a Looming in the Shadows, big, long, long thing every month, because that'd be a little crazy, don't you think? I think it should be just, you know, battle each of the team leaders and then battle Giovanni and get the chance at the next Shadow Legendary to catch. But whatever. A lot of Tier 3 raids during that super effective week. This is something that I am going to add to my blog under the infographics and the community day like preparation. So these are all the exclusive community day moves that you get. He had this held for me, and I finally traded for it because I got a 6th shiny Murkrow. So it was Colonia Chris. He gave me one of his 4th Wyandotte. So this is rare to find in the wild, and I finally got the Wyandotte. This is rare. I haven't seen this in a while, and it was cloudy out, or partly sunny, or whatever the hell that is right there. See, I just cussed. This is not for kids. I took a picture of this. This was on Thanksgiving, and I was trying to find a Team Rocket thing. Couldn't find it anywhere. I walked up and down for hours. Literally, I was out for probably about 5 hours yesterday. Ridiculous. I shouldn't have done that, but it's Black Friday today. Befitting name, I guess. I'm about to go into work. So, here's Cranidos. That's rare to find in the wild. And then I broke down, bought some incubators, because I had to buy rocket radars because I wasn't finding enough Team Rockets to make them, and blah, blah, blah. I did fight Sierra. I did fight Arlo, but I could not find Cliff, and then it went away. Although I went out later with friends. They were trying to cheer me up because I was really feeling down about this YouTube thing, and I was really feeling down about Thanksgiving and family and friends and stuff like that, and work. Just feeling down about a lot of stuff. Here's a Shieldon in the wild. That's kind of rare. And that was shortly after I found the Cranidos, so that was pretty crazy. Then I got stuck here on this Team Rocket one. It just wouldn't let me attack. There's no attack buttons on the bottom, as you can see. That's a glitch. Porygon after Porygon after Porygon. But here's a Shadow one that is Battle with the best of them, so that's cool. And as you can see here, the Sneasel was one I fought. I had 2 built up. Then I used the radar that I had paid for, my first one. And it was Sneasel because that was from Sierra. And then I did a couple, or one other rocket one. That should be 3 for my next one to build. Wrong. And then this should be 4, 5, 6 because Scyther was for Arlo, and then 4, 5, 6 here. But nope, I don't have another radar built. It still has me stuck at 2 pieces to build a radar, which to me kind of pisses me off. As you can see, this mysterious component, I've only got 2, even though I just showed I had 2 before, and then I did 4 more after, so that should have made 6. But when I checked it, I was like, what? It didn't even build it. I was not collecting pieces, basically. And I took another picture showing, like, I couldn't show all of them because I didn't take enough pictures, but I was going to take a couple pictures of the ones that I did do, and it didn't give me a component. So it's like, if you've got a radar that you paid for, you can't build another radar. That's pretty crappy, in my opinion. And then here's the stuff that I had caught recently. Like I said, it was mainly shadow Pokemon that I was going for. And then I finally got 10 unknowns, thanks to my friend Melpov. We did the 2 special trades that day. So going back to Pokemon Go, I'll show you the ones that I've recently traded for. And I fought Terrakion twice, and he ran away from me both times. So I paid more money, even though I didn't really want to, so that I can get more passes too. So I need to do Terrakion. As these winter months come in, it's harder for me because I'm on foot to do stuff. So it's a little ridiculous. But let's see here. Here's my traded ones recently. I got a G, a K, so that spells GAK. And I got an H. And I got this Wynaut. All of them from different regions of the world. Wink, wink. This one, though, was, a hatch only, so this is not a spoof thing. But I want to thank Cloney Chris for that, and Melpaw for this, and Melpaw for this, and Melpaw for that. So there we go. I know that there was something else I wanted to say, but this whole Team Rocket, the Team Rocket thing has kind of got me frustrated. I'm on, let's see here, can't find Cliff. So I can't do Giovanni, and tomorrow's the last day to do it, and I've got to work both days. In fact, I got to catch the bus to work now. So thanks for watching, and we'll see if this is my last video or not. I don't know. I'm sure I'll make another desperate plea video before again, and talking about the YouTube thing more in depth, but it's a little ridiculous out here, and it's starting to get not fun anymore. But happy hunting, and thanks for listening, and I'm sorry I was being depressing, but this is a depressing time for me.